What do you think about Donald Trump saying he's going to run for a third term, Mother?
Well, I think that's great, because it'll take a third term to make America great again.
Even though it's against the Constitution?
Look, the Constitution can be amended, and if he could run for another term, that would be the only way to dig our country out of the hole that these damn Democrats have put us in.
Bruh.
If you want to see what being knees deep in the MAGA cult looks like,
What happened to no new wars under Trump, but we're about to go to a war with Israel, Mother?
Nick, yeah, Trump said before there would be no new wars.
Yeah.
But we also cannot let a rogue friggin' country like Iran...
Hasn't Israel started 2 wars already?
No, they have... No, they did not start the Gaza war.
How are they the victims after starting 2 wars?
it is this. Shout out to Nicholas for showing us just how dark it is within a family, nonetheless.
What do you think about Imagine Dragons supporting Palestine, Mother?
Well, they used to be my favorite band, and they are not now.
Why?
Because they support people who support terrorists.
That's not true, though.
That is so true.
No, it's not. What do you think about Trump trying to ban foreign students at Harvard, Mother?
Nicholas, that's not what's happening.
That is what's happening.
It is not. Read.
Oh, wait, yeah, you're right. It's not happening because the judge wouldn't allow it. You're right.
You jump on the libtard train.
No, you're wrong. What do you think about Donald Trump pardoning the Chrisleys, Mom?
I think it's a great thing.
Why?
Because, Nick, they were in trouble for tax bullshit.
Yeah, because they committed tax fraud.
No.
Wait, so Mom, you're not in a cult?
No, I don't belong to the KKK. If you call being a Trump supporter a cult, then yes, I am.
Okay. Okay. Question. Who's better, Abraham Lincoln or Donald Trump?
Is that even a question?
Bro, please.
It is Donald Trump.
No, it's not.
As I watch these, I do laugh. I'm not going to lie. But I think it's because internally it just serves as like a defense mechanism to laugh from crying.
What do you think about Israel bombing Iran, Mother?
Well, I think somebody needed to do it. I wish that it was Israel that done it. Because it's going to cause a world war, probably. But
Because of Trump.
the matter, Iran needs wiped off the map.
Yeah, you're crazy. Okay.
On the cult rhetoric,
I would say to the loud ones, you're not going to. You're not going to win a logical argument. You're not going to be able to throw stats. A lot of them, they think things are fake news. And there's one sole source of information, and that's across authoritarian. That's to get you to distrust other forms of information. The only way is to challenge their reality. That's what got me out, is I started to see that, like, wait a minute, things are not lining up to what I'm told. Hey, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good to qualify my empathy. Make sure that somebody's driving the right car before they get a meal. So just challenge that empathy, or challenge the reality, and offer community.
a fair point. Surprisingly, though, we had at least one breakthrough on our own.
Now, Randy, what'd you just say?
I said you were right about Trump.
What was I right about Trump? About what? Explain.
Everything.
Okay, I need to hear more. Like everything, like
Get rid of my peoples. Wars about to start. What else? Actually, none of the things you talk about, but some even worse.
What are some of the things I talked about?
Women's rights.
You didn't really care about that, though, right? Women's rights weren't important, but when they start messing with your money and sending your people. I see.
But of course, it's only because it affected him personally, which also goes to show the pure and utter selfishness the average Trump voter possesses. On a serious note, one Reddit user would ask, how many people here are not speaking to family members or friends because of politics, and why? The answers are flat out heartbreaking. Beowulf replied, cousin says ditch diggers deserve starvation wages. I ask, once your ditch diggers all starve, who digs tomorrow's ditch? He dodges the question a few times before just demanding that there will always be another sucker. I wasn't the only one who walked away from him that day. birthday. One user named Famous Flo weighed into the conversation. I lost friends during COVID. They believed it was fake while my wife was working the COVID unit, watching people die and praying she didn't bring it home. So bizarre to watch good friends go down that rabbit hole into conspiracy theories over just a cold killing people every day. Another sad tale from Pinnicknut. Not at the moment, but I'm always on the edge. My father-in-law is MAGA. He has been pro-Trump since the first election, whatever. I grew up talking politics, and I can deal with it. The problem is that he cannot. Over the years, when he has brought up politics, it is always him, by the way, he inevitably gets pissed at something me or my husband say and storms off. Again, whatever. This went on for years, then COVID happened. At first, my in-laws got the vaccine, and everything was fine. They were Trump vaccines, so of course they were all for it. Then Fox News and the crazy cycle started. We did not realize it, but my in-laws, and especially my father-in-law, because they became anti-vaccine after a while. When the booster shots came out, we got ours. My husband's parents invited us over to their house for my husband's birthday. We went, and while there, my husband asked my father-in-law if he got his booster yet. And then the conspiracies began. He started going off on the vaccines, blaming it for his tinnitus, which I never heard about again to this day. He did his own research, etc. I stopped holding back and started challenging my father-in-law on all the nonsense, and he could not handle it. He was used to saying whatever he wanted, and the rest of us tiptoeing around him, but not this time, and he didn't take it well. Then he told us to leave his house, that he would not be talked down to in his own home. I was done after that. I could never imagine my parents telling me to leave their home. I told my husband I was done. I was not engaging with his parents anymore. They tried to pretend like it never happened, but I was done playing that game too. I told my husband I would not let it go until I got an apology face-to-face from his father for kicking us out of his house. It took that man almost 1.5 years. He finally apologized because I think he realized I was very serious. I suppose the question is this: how long do we try, or do we just stop? Do we try and keep going back to the well knowing it's dry? Or on the other hand, do you just hope and pray that they'll see the light at some point? Hard to break away from a cult like this, especially when the echo chamber is as long as the Pacific Ocean. I mean, they are in a bubble. They are purely in a bubble. Family, up to you, honestly. I don't have a way of solving, these interpersonal problems and the strifes that we sometimes have with family. All I can do is hold up a mirror and say, look at how much this sucks. And hopefully, as we have learned from past civil rights activists, to convert them. If some can convert those that supported the Confederacy into realizing that the enemy is the top 1% and billionaires and those who are in positions of power that are trying to force us into labor and make our lives a living hell, I suppose there is a shred of hope. But again, comment down below. I am curious to hear what y'all have to say about this. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/tytsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day.